Good day everyone, I am Jane Apple Batibot of Optech M15 and today we will continue to discuss schools of thoughts and the research basis for classroom management strategies. The first one is students need to be taught to cooperate. Case 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3 demonstrate the contrast between engaging off-task behaviors. As we can see, some students tend to disregard what their teachers tell them, which only means that we should teach each student to cooperate with the help of our guidance. So how do you teach students to decide to stay on task? Numerous reports, journal, articles, books, and paper have addressed this question, resulting in several schools of thoughts on the general topic of students' discipline and the classroom management. The second one is an implication from learning theory. Because students must learn cooperative conduct on task, engage, and pro-social behaviors, you must use teaching cycles to guide them in selecting these behaviors, just as you use teaching cycles to guide them in achieving curriculum goals. Understanding how people acquire knowledge, construct concepts, discover relationships, develop skills, acquire attitudes, formulate values, and make behavioral choices is thus essential for developing classroom management strategies. A teacher, on the other hand, uses direct instructional strategies such as exposing students to the information or process to be remembered, and then engaging them in repetitive activities to commit the information or process to memory. The third one is implications from studies of social interaction and communications. Under these critical communication styles and classroom climates and through dialogue instead of IRE cycles, critical communication styles and classroom climates are highly dependent on two interdependent variables. A, the type of communication styles teachers model as they interact with students, and B, the type of classroom climates teachers establish. The degree to which the classroom climate is such that students feel free to experiment with their ideas without fear that their worth will be judged according to the correctness of answers to questions. Through dialogues instead of IRE cycles, by engaging in genuine dialogues with students individually and in groups, you help to create a favorable environment for meaningful inquiry instruction. Cooperative learning activities encourage students to engage in genuine dialogue with one another. Students can share their ideas and thoughts in true dialogues without fear of being graded on each response. And case 2.7 is an example of a true dialogue.
Good day everyone, I am Ms. Joanna P. Bebera and we will discuss this topic entitled Applications from Studies in Developmental Psychology and Multicultural Education. In students' learning stages, a teacher symbolizes a ladder in order to let the students step closer to the desire to develop in terms of their cognitive, psychomotor, and affective learning. But in order to achieve it, teachers must be aware of the uniqueness of our student. As what we observe, they have prepared different strategies that have been implemented during the class, and this has significant impact in terms of classroom management applications. These are interest in learning, self-confidence, perception of what is important, attitude towards school, prior achievements, home and social life, culture background, first language, exceptionalities, substance abuse, and antisocial tendencies. These are strategies or management styles in the classroom of a teacher which could lead students to be on task than tolerated being off task during the class time. These implications lead the students to prioritize things that matter, focus in learning, and discipline. The next topic would be implications from behavioristic psychology. There are 4 implications from behavioristic psychology and I will discuss the first 2. In learn response, there are 2 stimuli, the pleasant and aversive stimuli. Satisfying or pleasant stimuli are more likely to be repeated than behaviors that are not. Aversive stimuli or punishment following a behavioral response tend to discourage that response from recurring. The second is behavioristic modification. It teaches students to act or behave in desirable behavior in order to get reward. The goal of this is to condition observable behavior. It often depends on intrinsic reward systems that have no natural association with the behavior. They are designed to encourage and treat human beings as if they are robots that lack free will. Hence, practice, learn, relearn, and discipline would also be great strategies or implications that a teacher would apply inside the classroom. Topic ends here. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Zanian Cabusas, and I will be discussing the isolated behavior and behavior pattern, positive reinforcer, and descriptive positive reinforcer. This is the continuation of the report by Ms. Bebero about amplification of behavioristic psychology. Harry and Jessica is an isolated behavior because Harry displays off-task descriptive behavior, and such interruption is unusual for him. Jessica did her homework and she was deviating from her regular pattern and was thus displaying an isolated on-task behavior. Valerie and Diane is a behavior pattern because Valerie habitually interrupts, displaying her off-task disruptive behavior. Diane displays what is regular behavior pattern for her by choosing to be on task and doing homework assignment. Barry, Sandra, Maurice, and Nancy display voluntary behavior patterns. Barry continues to participate in weightlifting. Sandra frequently interrupts speaker. Maurice routinely throws temper tantrums and Nancy constantly completes Mr. Washington written assignments. On the other hand, Dale no longer attends weight reduction classes and Nancy chooses not to do Miss Taylor's written assignment. In case 2.9, the response is Barry's engagement and weight training sessions. The stimuli are the way Barry feels and the compliments he receives from classmates. Because of the presence of positive reinforcers, both on-task and off-task voluntary behavior patterns are established. In cases 2.14 and 2.16, the teacher used positive reinforcer to encourage on-task behavior. The students were rewarded for their cooperation by being exempted from homework assignments. Ms. Coco's tactics probably served to encourage students' cooperation in the future. In each of these three cases, the positive reinforcer for the targeted behavior are cooperation, finishing assignments, or comprehending that reader has an answerable side effect. They teach the importance of homework, unhealthy habits, or undue competitiveness among students. When a positive reinforcer for one behavior has answerable side effects on another behavior, it is referred to as a destructive positive reinforcer.
Number 1. Contrived versus naturally occurring punishment. Case 2.17. Surprisingly, if Leonard discovered that writing the essay allowed him to be amusing or express some displeasure, the assignment may actually reward the off-task behavior. However, having to write an essay is not a natural result of sleeping in class when one should be paying attention. Mr. Teaser dealt with Leonard's disengagement from the learning task with contrived punishment. Case 2.18. Bill was likewise punished in case 2.18, but it was a natural result of napping when he should have been paying attention. Bill may see the connection. If I miss Mr. V's lecture, I won't know what will be the test. As a result, Bill was subjected to naturally occurring punishment. Number 2. Unwittingly administered punishment. Case 2.21. One method is to score students' papers so that incorrect patterns can be discovered yet points can be given for correct steps. Number 3. Destructive punishment. Case 2.22. Mr. Norton's penalty, which includes an extra arithmetic task for disruptive behavior. However, punishment is detrimental if it teaches pupils that mathematics is a type of punishment to be avoided. Case 2.23. In preventing him from being caught shooting paper clips again, Keynes encountered the assistant principal may have taught him that striking another human being is okay. Number 4. Negative reinforcement. Case 2.24. Focuses on the behavior to be displayed rather than the behavior to be inhibited. Miss Drix utilized punishment by telling Jay to sit in the chair for 5 minutes or until she said he could get up. Instead, she employed negative reinforcement because the punishment was only lifted if Jay agreed to cooperate.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. I am Carol Jane Ibutay, and the topic that we will discuss for today is all about the implications from studies focusing on motivation and student engagements. So the first one is the student disinterest. They are being disinterested or they are not being interested in that kind of subject, especially when I observe mathematics, because in mathematics there's a lot of formula that you need to study. So that's why the students are being disinterested. They are getting bored with that. The second one is the intrinsic motivation. So when we say intrinsic motivation, you already have that kind of talent or you already have that kind of passion in yourself. All you need to do is you need to study well. You are being interested. You are being motivated to listen to your teacher because you are likely the things the most. The next one is the extrinsic motivation. When we say extrinsic motivation, you are pursuing or you are forcing yourself to study that kind of things or study that kind of subject because of the reward. The reward from your parents or from your teachers. Example of that is being an honor student. If your parents promising you that if you will be a top student in your classroom, they will give you a reward. So instead of studying well for yourself, you are studying to make your parents proud. So that is extrinsic motivation. So the last one is the implications from studies focusing on violence prevention school. So it is commonly known that our school have a bully or being bullied. That is the commonly problem in our school. So as a teacher, you can apply strategies to reduce significantly the probability of violent activity occurring in your classroom and learn ways to intervene effectively when such frightening events occur. So that would be all. Thank you.